I'm gonna go balls to the wall and trying to get as many things done in one go. Anyhow, hello everyone. Welcome back to Speletons. I'm Zinker. He's Derek. Crash Team Racing. Sorry, I just had a Wendy's and it's in my mouth. Anyhow, Derek, a conversation topic that I think we've been waiting to have, or rather we just had, but probably should have on the show, is Smash Bros. DLC. Our most wanted characters. I don't know, like, well, you have yours figured out. So to make it a little harder on you,
yes,
not just 5, but 7 most wanted characters. That's right. You gotta think of a whole 7, even though there's 6 DLC left. Throwing you for a curveball. What's up?
I said that we know of.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I hope there's more than just Wave 2. I think I said it before. I'll say it again. I will continuously keep buying Smash Bros. DLC as long as they keep releasing it.
Zinker, they could have made Banjo-Kazooie $25 alone, and I would have paid for that.
I would have been upset.
I wouldn't have paid for other ones.
I would have paid for it. I would have paid for it.
I would have paid for it.
That's called I think that's called the Walt Disney effect.
I would angrily put in my credit card info, but
anyhow,
they get it.
Yeah. So, who are your most wanted characters? You have like 5 of your.
I was trying to.
Hoping you would start.
Yeah, I was trying to vamp for a bit while I try to pull up that image you sent me earlier, so I can look at it as a reference.
Jeez. All right. Well, I mean.
All right, Zinker, like go through the list for each country. Top 10 or top 10 for each country. Go.
You say for each
you
country?
clearly remember it.
The one that top 10. I only really remember the American. Well, okay. So Japan at the top of it is Lloyd. On this random specific image I had. Let's see here. Master Chief is on the American one in position 6. They also got Sora, I think, at number 1. Crash is number 2. And, oh shit, who was number 3? Number 3 is, no, I guess, hold on. Doomslayer is on that one, and, what's the blue flag, by the way? I don't know which one that is. I don't know what country that is.
I think that's supposed to be the UK, or like,
think so?
Like Europe in general.
Weird.
Because they did polling for them for last Smash Bros.
Okay. Anyhow, so that's UK. Got it. So Doomslayer, which is actually Doom Guy, I'm pretty certain, is
yeah,
is on that list. I'm not gonna win this if I can't figure out where the CTR tokens are. I only saw 2 of them, and I didn't go for any of them. Also, I'm playing a slow character, which is not helping. There's the C. All right, I found all the power-ups I need. I just have to. This is gonna get complicated trying to accomplish all these things. This is the worst time to ask me for it because I just so happen to be trying to do like one of the most ridiculous things I could be doing right now. Oh, I got the R. Great. That's fine.
Nice.
Let's come back to that list in a second when I can think nicely. I think Arla Nadge was on it.
My point was
Poyo Poyo.
My point was the reason I was pulling up the list is because that is in fact
UK,
my point is you don't remember
position,
the entire list. I want to see the entire list.
Oh, the entire list of the 50 people I saw?
No, the 3 countries top 10. I just wanted to see that list.
Oh, you wanted to see that list? I thought you meant your own list.
Yes. No, I know my list.
Derek, we're not sure of that. I can't be sure, Derek. There's too many strange things about you that I just don't understand.
I was just trying to figure out who else to add as like 2 more that like I think actually have like a decent chance. So I wanted to look at that list.
Okay.
Because like I am confident in all 5 of my choices having a potential to make it in.
Why did you put it backwards? Okay, great. Now I have to play another racist folder. That's so annoying. That's
Uh,
good.
I will go through my list shortly, mainly because of the last one. I feel like I have a lot of explaining to do.
Okay.
Don't say what it is.
I won't. I I need you to say something though. I need you to
Okay.
give a character.
So,
Oh, shit. Come on. Can't lose right now.
I guess I'll go through the other four. So the four of the ones I had, which I think all have a decent chance of getting in, and I would like also. I'm I am biased in playing characters that I would like. Also, I think Sora was at the top of like polling for like all three things in that list you sent me for like. He was number 2 for Japan, number 1 for the US, and number 1 for Europe, or whatever that other one was.
All right. Continue.
I know Europe's not a country, by the way. I'm just saying bad words. I'm just saying words badly.
What? Okay, sure.
Anyways, I correct myself. So yeah, I think Sora's got a pretty good chance, just based off of how much people want him, and Nintendo with Disney have made nice before. I think they can do it again.
But I think what's gonna kill it is Disney's either gonna ask for way too much money, or
yes, they're going to do that.
They won't let it anyways. Even though they've played nice before, I don't think they'll do it anyways. People always think it's like Squeenix. I'm pretty certain it's not Squeenix. I think this is entirely up to
I think if it was I think if it was Square, they would have gotten them by now.
No, because
and they fought hard for Cloud, but like
I was watching the 50 most requested characters, and I mean obviously it's just some guy saying it, but it sounded like he knew his shit, so I believe him. But it sounds like that the second biggest property that Square owns, besides Final Fantasy, when you factor in like Japanese wants, is Dragon Quest. Believe it or not.
I believe that Japan loves Dragon Quest.
Kingdom Hearts would be third, so it would make sense they would be the next one if Squeenix had any rights to the character. But I still don't think they do. You know.
I could see Sora getting in. I could see Disney like making like a deal with him, because he's kind of like he's like a middle ground of he is in fact a Disney character, but like he also is,
I think
he's like
someone...
because like all the other Disney characters have like they're mainly pretty much all the other Disney characters, they're mainly from like movies and other stuff that Disney like protects heavily. Like they're and they protect. I'm sure they protect Sora heavily too, just because he is a Disney character. But he is also like his main like stay is in video games. That's really all he's in.
I think there's someone who said they would be glad to have Sora in the games from Disney side anyhow. So I feel like it wouldn't be impossible. There's also the fact that Disney still does like R-rated stuff anyhow. So
yeah,
even though he's Disney, like because he's a video game character, I think he might be fine. But I still feel like you gotta get past that Disney hurdle. And if you don't, you won't. You just
Yes, that is a critical hurdle, and I think they can get past it though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It all rides on Disney. I think like Sora's obviously like the top choice at this point.
Next Smash Bros.
It just all rides on
because we're just not gonna have all these characters that we have.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's no way they're gonna keep it up.
It's depressing, honestly. It's just it depresses me. Anyhow, Sora is one of my characters I want. Crash Bandicoot. And while I'm at it, if we're getting Crash, we might as well get Spyro. What?
I guess we're just gonna completely cut off what I was, saying.
Well, you're talking about Sora, so
I was going through all my characters, and then I just got through one.
Yeah, you got through one. You took forever. Look at me, like shotgun to mine. So you got Crash, you got Spyro,
You
you got
jumped in.
Shantae, who I have a renewed faith after seeing. Oh, actually, I never had faith in the first place, but I have faith in her now that I've seen so many people want her, and that makes me happy.
Yeah,
And that
America really loves her.
and Akira, whatever.
Akira.
Akira, right? Fucking that one's
From
not my
Astral
fault,
Chain.
Derek. We already agreed on this. That one's not my fault.
Obviously, Joker is already in.
Yeah. What? What?
In the manga, his name is Akira. I think it's pronounced Akira. His name is like, I forget what his full name is, but his name is Akira basically. So
Okay.
I know I've explained this to you before, and you said no, that's dumb.
Yeah. I stand by that. Anyhow, Akira, from Astral Chain, I think has a decent
Did we ever
chance of making
see
it in.
if the female has a different name?
No, she has it's both Akira.
Okay, I just never like confirmed this. All I've heard is you say it. And I don't trust what you say about names.
To be fair, I've never technically confirmed it myself.
There you go.
Why? I'm pretty certain
That's exactly why I didn't trust you.
I've seen the guy play through, and I've seen them talk about Akira. So there's no way they changed it. There's no way they changed
That's
it
probably
on just the logic alone that they would need to record twice as many lines as normal.
What? I guess, yeah, they'd have to for other characters.
Yeah. So like I knew it was I knew that was the case. I knew it was a Byleth situation. It just made sense.
Well, speaking of Byleth was on my list too.
Yeah. Not for me.
I think.
I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not.
I feel
I had
confident.
Akira and as well.
I feel very confident they're not gonna do any first parties at all.
I do. I think they will. I don't think they're not gonna. I don't think they'll hold back on that.
I do. I think they will. The thing about this DLC,
It'd be dumb too, honestly.
I mean, Sakurai even. What do you mean it'd be dumb too? Sakurai himself said there's so many game worlds in. He already even implied it actually. If you watch the Banjo and Kazooie trailer, he says there's so many game worlds and we keep adding more. I want to keep adding as many more different game worlds as possible. Like he even said he wanted more characters from different games. So if they're doing first party in any sense, they're still just going to be new characters from series we haven't seen. I think because you know it's literally like you said, like this is the biggest Smash. We're not going to get a chance to have like Kingdom Hearts characters go up against what the fuck ever. Fatal Fury. That was like the Banjo and Kazooie. Whoever. Joker from Persona.
I mean, I would love to see Banjo Kazooie and Sora fight because like the two of them have about the same amount of brain cells.
I
think Banjo has more.
I think Banjo has more.
Yeah. It's like I want to see Sora and Pit fight because they together share a single brain cell.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck. I never thought about. Oh man, yeah. But
God.
no, but like straight up, I really think I think it's literally I think you could arguably say it's confirmed. Like
I don't think it's
that
confirmed.
was a horrible time to run out. I think Sakurai basically said it there is that yeah, they're focusing on adding new game franchises to Smash. Which is what you want for DLC, realistically. Like, how they've been doing
For the
DLC
most part. Yes.
It's perfect. Because, like...
I still want like, more characters from series that are there, though. Because, like,
I know.
The series...
I said
having
that.
different series doesn't matter as much to me as it does to just have characters I like. I don't want, like...
Well,
you know.
okay. Well, yeah, but you get more interesting characters in franchises that way. And it just makes sense from a DLC standpoint because that's how you also pay off the character, you know? Because you basically get to charge more for the character than you normally would. Than you normally have to than what you get in the base game essentially. And that pays off for the character rights that you have to pay. Like people, you know, I don't know how.
Yes, but
Nintendo
you also
does
don't
their
have to
business.
pay character rights if you use your own character.
So you
And
have
you
to
can
pay
still charge the
character
same
rights?
amount. You don't have to.
Oh, yeah, but this is
more
an argument
profitable.
against what you're saying. I'm saying it just makes sense to do it this way because, like, Banjo and Kazooie being part of the base roster, it did not surprise me that he was DLC because I bet you Xbox wanted a pretty fucking penny for him, which is easy to do when you consider like how much he would sell as DLC. Like he sold an extra like Banjo and Kazooie. Was planned.
Base characters aren't gonna sell copies of the game, but like they'll sell on DLC. I got that.
What do you mean they're not gonna sell copies of the game? Banjo and Kazooie would sell a copy of the game.
I don't think they're not gonna sell more copies of Smash solely because Banjo and Kazooie are included in it. However, they will sell.
What?
They'll sell more. They'll sell DLC of Banjo and Kazooie, which might subsequently cause them to sell more copies of the game as well. My point is like, I don't think if they put in Banjo and Kazooie into the base game, I don't think that alone is going to make anybody buy the game that wasn't already buying it. It's not gonna make many people, anyways.
I disagree because then what you said about the DLC point would be false.
Well, Zinker, by what I just
DLC might make people buy it. You can't say if
you just disagreed with yourself.
No, you disagreed with yourself. Look, you just said that DLC of Banjo might sell extra copies of the game, but then you said if Banjo's just in the base game, it would not sell extra copies. That doesn't make sense.
It has a bit of. I think it has a little bit. Okay, first off, to an extent, yeah, that would, or like, because like what I said, I didn't, or like when I initially said it, I wasn't entirely thought through. However, I still stand by. I do think it makes a difference if it's DLC or not, because, like, for someone who doesn't own Smash. And who like looked at Smash Bros. And initially and was like, I'm not gonna buy Smash Bros. Because like I don't really care, or like I'm not really feeling like all of the characters. I'm not really feeling right now. Then they release then they release Banjo. Banjo and like even like along with the other characters too, just in general. But like they release Banjo and they're like, I haven't played a Banjo-Kazooie game in 19 years. I want to play as my Baron Bird again. It could. I could see that like the hype of it adds more hype of being a DLC of like the DLC. I think.
No, it doesn't. It's Derek. Let's just.
And regardless, Zinker.
I can't.
Okay, regardless, Zinker, let me put it this way too. Don't forget, you just said something dumb too and contradictory, where I literally just said, or you just said, having Banjo in the base game isn't worth having. Basically,
I didn't say
he'd
it
be more
wasn't
profitable
worth having.
as DLC.
That's not what I said at all. I said the reason he was DLC is because they knew he would sell as DLC. Like they would sell a lot as DLC. It doesn't mean he's not worth having in the base game.
Does that think if he was in the base game, then it would have sold more copies then?
And they sold more copies. I don't think you understand. Like, yes, they would sell more copies as if Banjo and Kazooie was what the fuck was I saying? Banjo and Kazooie was in the base game. Although once you mentioned the factor of regarding people that weren't already getting it. That definitely dropped the number down. Stop it, you shit!
Yeah, that's my that's my
no,
point.
hold on. I'm not done. But so my point is though. So let's put it this way. Imagine if Incineroar was a DLC character versus Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah,
say they switch positions. What's gonna sell more in this situation?
It depends,
that's
Zinker.
what I
I
mean.
think it would sell equally, or possibly more, if anything, because I think people care more about Incineroar than Banjo and Kazooie. I care more about Banjo, but I don't think.
Whoa! What?
I think I care way more about Banjo and Kazooie, but I don't know if that's. I don't think that's the overall case.
Banjo-Kazooie was the #1 most requested character across mostly all of the polls that I've seen.
Yes, and if you Zinker, if he was in Zinker, let me put it this way: if he was in the game,
and you just said, I think people equally wanted Incineroar, when
Zinker?
people wanted fucking Decidueye for the entirety of before Ultimate was released. What?
People want a Pokemon. Anyways, my point is
That's true.
Yes, the other thing too is you have to consider the charts before the game was released, not just after it was released.
Okay.
Because of course Banjo's on the top of the charts after the game is released, and Incineroar isn't, because Incineroar is in the game already. They don't need to put him on the charts.
Derek, you can look at the chart for before the game of most requested characters, and it's still Banjo tops out way more than Decidueye, and Incineroar was below
that were added. K. Rool. What about K. Rool?
K. Rool? K. Rool
is actually a better example.
K.
Rool is actually a better example because he's from the same. He's kind of a similar series.
K. Rool was requested a lot, not as much as Banjo and Kazooie.
I don't. How do you know that for a fact? Because I don't know that.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm like, I'm confident on that, highly, my dude. You were really specifically Banjo-Kazooie. You were really misjudging. Like, if people didn't buy the DLC, if there was a character that's the most, it was most likely Banjo and Kazooie. Like, not even kidding.
I don't know that to be true.
No, that probably is.
That probably is. Alright, well, you said probably.
I did say probably, but, you know, I do know for a fact he was pretty much the most requested character.
Yeah, after all the other most requested characters were in.
No, Derek! He was requested for the base game, too! You can't just ignore that.
Yes, he was requested, but I don't think he was the most requested.
He beat Incineroar. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yes, but what about K. Rool?
You have to live in some weird land.
Zinker, Incineroar made it. Incineroar is not a better example. Incineroar is not a good example because he made it. Incineroar is in more because Nintendo probably felt obligated to add new Pokemon because they always do, and he made sense to. K. Rool is a better example because K. Rool, it didn't have to get in. They didn't have to add EK character.
Correct. Banjo-Kazooie.
So stop saying. Let's get off of Incineroar and go to K. Rool.
No, because you went to Incineroar and you said Incineroar.
I went to Incineroar as an example.
Just as much as Banjo-Kazooie as DLC.
I think he would have still, because even though he's not a nostalgic character from a different series, he's still a very well-liked character.
Incineroar wasn't liked until he's in Smash, dude.
He was liked well before then. People still like Incineroar.
People still liked him, but not as much, man. Smash
People
is what made him more likable.
Because it's Pokemon.
Yeah, it's because it's Pokemon. But what I'm saying is, Banjo and Kazooie absolutely sold single DLCs. Without question.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Like, just people buying Banjo and Kazooie. Because that is enough. That has been on the request list of most people. And that poll of the video I saw.
List since Brawl.
He's been requested since Brawl, yes. On that that top 50 most requested list I saw of the 50 people. Now, granted, this is for DLC, so this is after Incineroar exists and Joker. Banjo and Kazooie had the most votes of these 3,000 people. And the way it was done is there was basically not there was a first, second, third pick. First pick got 3 votes, 2, and then 1, etc. He had a total of 1,577 votes.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that. Assuming best case scenario, assuming that was all, or worst case scenario, whatever. Assuming that was all everyone's top pick, that means he was the choice of 500 of those 3,000 people. Which means that stands for a 6. Now this is a small sample size, so it's coming from a YouTube channel, so there's bias there.
Also,
obviously,
where was the
this
like
is
what
US.
region
this
was
US.
it too?
We don't. This doesn't count.
Yeah, that makes
Japan.
sense.
This doesn't count. This doesn't count Japan. I'll just say outright, I don't fucking know anything about Japan. I don't know if he's like a top requested character in Japan, at all. But I'm talking from a U.S. standpoint. But
You know who's the top requested character probably above Banjo Kazooie? Probably Incineroar in Japan.
no, it was still Decidueye. What? Oh.
And I bet Incineroar would still be above Banjo Kazooie, regardless of Decidueye.
I don't know if that's true. You're just assuming that, and I don't trust you.
Well, Zinker, you're also assuming a lot of things here. I don't know what you expect.
Anything. The only thing
you're assuming Banjo. You're assuming Banjo was below K. Rool.
I'm not assuming that. You are.
Or above.
I'm telling you he was not. I'm telling you he was
yeah,
above.
I misspoke.
Like,
my point is you're assuming.
Above. Not assume. There's no assumption. He was above.
Audience, was Zinker assuming? Zinker was assuming a lot of things. I know. He just doesn't see it.
Derek, every time we have an argument, I always think there's no way he can make a more... what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Divisive standpoint. But today was the day. And I'm just like, it can't get...
You realize from my perspective, you're the crazy one. Every single time. And you'll say that's okay, the audience agrees with me. But first
Derek,
off, there's
I'm
small
the
sample
only
size.
Audience, so
Second
technically that's the true statement. So get
and
fucked.
Second off, you have no.
Okay.
You never have anything you don't have any like proof showing that you are ultimately right. You just you gallivant as though you are and I'm insane.
Okay, based on a recent official Japanese poll, Incineroar is relatively popular. Okay. Ranked number 12 in the top 15, which isn't amazing, but not terrible either. Top 3 were Rowlet, Mimikyu, and Primarina. This is specifically for Pokemon, I guess. Decidueye was ranked at 15th place, so I guess Incineroar beats out Decidueye.
Okay.
My bad. Well, let's look at Banjo and Kazooie.
One fact debunked.
Banjo and Kazooie popularity in Japan. What do Japanese
fans still be high up.
This is obviously from the first Google thing, so there's still some debate on what this is, but because Derek needs something, was Banjo Kazooie even popular in Japan? I didn't live in Japan at the time, so I don't have personal experience, but in general I hear that Banjo Kazooie and other road games were well received there. I don't think
this is hearsay from someone.
Yes. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Well, see, it doesn't matter what I go here. You're gonna argue with it, but Derek, I could literally have Sakurai tell you you're wrong, and you would still fucking argue with it.
Zinker, my point is that the way that for that specifically, I'm just saying that's hearsay because the person's literally saying, I don't really know, I don't even live in Japan, but from what I heard, I guess people like him. And there's no comparison to any of the characters though. That's the point of ranking.
This article I'm reading is horrible. I'm not gonna read it anymore. I don't know what it's saying. It's just horrible. Banjo-Kazooie actually is popular in Japan, apparently. The game sold over 405,000 units there. I had no idea about this. It sort of slightly raises my hopes, just slightly. For reference, Fire Emblem Awakening sold 455,000 in Japan for its first year. Okay. So with that there, and Banjo-Tooie sold 250,000 there. So what did the Japanese audience think of Banjo and Kazooie's reveals? Just seeing Dragon. There's no doubt the reveal is much bigger over. There's no doubt that the reveal is much bigger. It certainly seemed like this blah blah blah. Dragon Quest is bigger in Japan. No shit. He clearly. I might have to buy a Switch for Banjo-Kazooie. So people were happy about Banjo and Kazooie on the Japan market too. Is the overall thing. I feel like it's about the same as, from what I'm reading, obviously this isn't in-depth research, but I feel like it's about the same as people were excited for Hero over here in the US. You like that? Great. Fucking Incineroar, man. Ah. Alright, next time.
Yeah.